Bhavodbhavaya Namaha. So Lord Rudra is a Bhavodbhava.
Bhavodbhava.
And Bhave Nati Bhave Bhavasvamam. Bhavodbhavaya Namaha. So Rudra is present any and everywhere. And there is no time for him because the time has not got any clock. We only have clock. So the moment we are born, our clock begins upon the earth. So it is not a stopgap that we can escape it. So ప్రార్థన చేస్తారండి భద్రం కర్ణేభిః ప్లీజ్. మీరు వచ్చారు రాఘవ్ గారు.
చేస్తాం.
ఓం భద్రం కర్ణేభిః.
ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం. ఓం గణానాం త్వా గణపతిగుం హవామహే కవిం కవీనాం ఉపమశ్రవస్తమం జ్యేష్ఠరాజం బ్రహ్మణస్పతాన శృణ్వన్నోతిభిः सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणपतये नमः. प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रियवतु तानो दिवो बृहतः पर्वतादा सरस्वती यजता गन्तु यज्ञं हवं देवी जुजुषाणाघृताचि शग्मान्नो वाचमुशती शृणोतु श्रीवाग्देव्यै नमः. ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ. So we are entering into the portals of Mahanyasa, a wonderful text, an anthology, conglomeration of more and more other Veda mantras, plus the application of the Namakam. Shamakam is not included, you observe. So in Namakam only everything is there. It's totally, that is Namaskaras. We keep on making 180 and more Namaskaras repeatedly to great God, Sarvo Hyesha Rudraha. Tasmai Rudraya Namo Namaha. So when so many Namaskaras are being done to him, we understand he is any and everywhere in the universe. That is why Sarvo, that's why we say Namo Rudrebhyaha. And the Rudras are there any and everywhere. And see that we have also the mention of the 33 gods, because the number of gods is always infinite, I should say, innumerable. In fact, in Satabada Brahmanam, it is said, how many pranas are there? Because prana is God. And how many pranas are there? As many hair on the human body, our body, so many are the gods. We have no count of the hair in our body. Like that, that is only to indicate the innumerability of the number of gods, but any and everywhere. Andugalaду indu ledani sandehamu valadu. There is no doubt that God is here, God is there, God is and God is not here, God is not there. No. Sarvavyapi Janardanaha. That's why in all over the globe, the Hindu world, the Vedic people, all people conduct Varasiddhi Vinayaka Vratam. And somebody said, sir, on this day we do in Memphis, somebody said, sir, we do Heramba Ganapati. Whatever it is, whether you call, because he has got innumerable names. And whether it's Heramba Ganapati or Varasiddhi Vinaya Ganapati or Sankashta Hara Ganapati, whatever it is. So all are Ganapatis. And in whatever form we call him, he will be present. So that is the power, greatness, because as is revealed to us in the Ganapati Atharva Sirsha Upanishad, he was there, and after him only so many things came up. So all the Vedas, all the gods, all everything. So we asked him to protect us from all directions, so that from no direction we get Vignas. Because Vignas cannot be having a direction, they have only speed. Speed has no direction. From any point, it can come to us. So we have come to notice that Devaha Tri Ekadashaha Tristrayumshaha Natu Uttare Bhavata Uttaravatmana Uttarasatvanaha Yatkama Idam Juhomi Tanme Samruddhyatam. We die, but gods don't die. But their death is there also. Their Linatvam is there. But that is a different phase. But no man, no jiva that comes into the world can hope to continue in the world, because the body itself gets worn out, and it is hard to bear the body more time, because there is a decay and diminishing faculties and all that will be there. So, but here, Uttara Vartmanaha, Uttara Satvanaha, Uttare Bhavata Devaha. All gods must be continuously live, active, energetic, and blessing. What? Vetkama idam juhomi tanme samruddhyatam. Whenever you take up the religious practice, a ritual, it has a purpose. It has got an objective. When you say Brahman Brahmano Brahma Varchasi Jayatam, which we repeat every day, it's the Rashtra Gita. It's a national anthem. It's a global Gita where we expect the order, social order, cosmic order, and all order should be there. Therefore, whenever you do some act, it has got a karma. Nobody can do anything without a karma. That's why we have a Mahanarana Upanishad saying, Kama karoti naham karomi, kama karta naham karta, yeshate kama kamaya swaha. What a beautiful statement is there in Mahanarana Upanishad. And again, Manyuh karoti nanyam, manyuh karoti naham karomi, manyuh karta naham karta, yeshate manyo. Manyave swaha. So kama and manyu. Manyu is the energy, kama is the foundation. So both must be active and helping. What will happen when both are like that? Et kama and manyu, tanme samruddhyatam. Ruddhi, samruddhi means absolutely filled, full, purnam. And whatever be the vruddhi, but we are going to specifically point out that Vayagusyama Patayo Rayinam. Rayi is all that what we require upon this earth. And also Rayi is that what we require, that which we can carry. Punyam. And also Papam, when once we leave the body, because body is a sadhanam, is a screwdriver in order to unlock the amount of papam and punyam. Somebody was telling, why should I live more days, more years? I will be committing more and more sins. already I have got good load of that. I don't want to live. This is not encouraged, because our Veda mantras always tell you, Sadamanam bhavatu sataya purushaha setendriya ayushi indriye pratitishthati. So we want to get established in ayus and indriya. So indriyas must be also helping positively, because indriyas do not have any monitor or a manager. As Krishna said in Gita, indriyaha indriyartheshu pravartante. But indriyartha has got to be checked, and therefore, even to check that indriya behavior, also we require rayi, because the kama is there generating from the indriyas. But if you have rayi, then you will be able to fulfill. Et kama idam juhomi kama adhirajaya prasahya sahine namo vayam vaisravanaya kurmahe same kaman kama kamaya mahyam kameshwaraha vaisravano nadatu. Look at that, Vaisravana Kameshwara. So his anugraha is only Rayinam Patihi. And then we require, we say Bhur Bhu Bhuhu Bhuvaha Swaha Swaha. Always we have to be obedient for the three lokas, Bhuloka, Antariksha Loka, and Svar Loka. Because man grows perpendicular to the ground and animals move horizontal to the ground, which means that everybody is in the atmosphere. So, and Juloka is important. Antarikshaloka, the space is important. And Bhuloka, the base is important. Without these three things, we have no life at all upon this. But there's only one difference. The gods cannot put their foot on the ground, while human and all species have to put their foot on the ground. That's the only difference. Therefore, that was the really, as you see, wonderful, skillful peer observance that Damayanti found out in order to identify her husband Nala. So Nala Chakravarti, whom she loved, he was the only suitor. He was the only suitor who was present, putting his legs upon the footstool, while all people have all gods who came in the form of Nala to confuse Damayanti. They could not put there. So, like that, we have great importance to the Bhuloka and Bhuvarloka and Suvarloka. Bhurloka, Bhuvarloka, Janarloka, Taparloka, so many lokas are there. But other lokas, we only remember whenever we want to do the Sandhya Vandana or Paranayama, whenever. So we go beyond the Surloka, because there are many more lokas which are also responsible for our Rayinam Patis. Therefore, but basically we are connected with the Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha. Therefore, Swaha means Namaskaram. We are obedient to these three lokas. And after that, we say, Bhur Bhuvaswaromiti Digbandha. So, Dik are there, Bandha. That means no obstacle, no difficulty, no impediment, no trouble should come from the any direction. We are absolutely shut into our own atmosphere or our own cabin, so that you can proceed, not being disturbed by others. Therefore, that's exactly what we try to achieve with the help of the Mahanyasa. Then once we do Mahanyasa, we are supposed to be protected all through, and that protection we have ourselves obtained. Atmaraksha Kartavyaha. How do you start your Atmaraksha is also important. And you start Atmaraksha with Mano Jyotirjushatam Ajyam Vichinnam. So, Mano Jyotihi Jushatam is the wonderful suggestion, instruction given by our rishis, that The Manas is the only truant. It only makes you dance. It only makes you stable. So video and stills are there in our mind. Control it. So when once we have that kind of Digbandha performed, then we are doing the Panchangam Sakrut Japet. That's what is that. Panchangam Sakrut Japet. So Panchanga Japa of Rudra is a very important thing. And the 5 Angas of Rudra, actually we started with Namah Shivaya and Shivaya Gurave Namaha and Namah Shivaya, all those 5 letters, then Mukha. Now here we have got the Panchangas, and that also we covered. Ultimately, we conclude with a prayer to Mahadeva to be Tat Purusha, undefined. Tat is something never defined at all. At all, Tat always remains question mark. Therefore, Purusha is concrete. Tat is abstract. So, Purusha, a concrete thing that we are all imagining, is not at all concrete, but it is something plus. That plus is that Tat. Tat is that. So, what is that Purusha? Mahadeva and Rudra. So, Mahadeva and Rudra, as Mahadeva, you have to meditate, and as Rudra, submit prayers to him that he will be able to remove all our troubles and differences and be happy. That's why we say for that Rudra meditation. And then upon the earth, what is our job? To acquire vidyas, to be a bhuta daya, or to be among the species, and to be always learning Vedas, Brahma, mantras. And ultimately, we have got to remain peaceful. Shivaha astu. Whatever you take up, that must reach Purnatvam or completion, and then only a satisfaction. Because incomplete, we should not live. Even Bhartrihari, one of the Subhashitas, he says that so they will not leave it. Snyayat pathat na vichalanti dhiraha, one thing. And also the karyam that they started, they don't leave it in the middle. See, adhamaha, they don't at all start. Madhyamaha, they start but leave in the middle. But uttamaha na parityajanti. So sankalpita karyas are never being deserted until the end is being done. That's exactly what you see in case of Hanuman. See, poor man, poor Hanuman, he went at the instance of Ramapriti and Sugriva Agna. And otherwise, he has no personal interest to find out Sita at all. He searched whole day, whole night, everywhere, stealthily, entire Lanka. He could not find Sita at all. But poor monkey, as he was, when he found Mandodari, he jumped in that. And that he became Chuchumba Pucham, and he went up the pillar, came down the pillar. That's also Bhava, our monkey. So how can monkey exhibit its ecstatic happiness? Climbing up and down the pillars and repeatedly kissing the tail. Chuchumba Pucham. But he's a Buddhimatam Varishtaha. So you just imagine, how can I expect a Ramapatni to be in this bedchamber of Ravana? I'm a stupid fellow. How can I think? So then he came with disappointed and then went on brooding over. And that's that way, you see, Brahma, the Veda, the knowledge will tell you that kind of determination and work principle. Until you reach the goal, you will not be able to do it. So here, Brahma and Brahmanaha Adhipati. So Brahma Adhipati, Brahmanaha Adhipati. And because all that is Brahma is only Rudra. In whatever level you want to look at the mantras, all that mantras are but Brahma Asirvada. To recite a mantra is Brahmanugraha. To understand the mantra is Brahmanugraha. To employ the mantra appropriately and get the benefit is also again. So we see at all places, something like in Lalita Sahasranamam, we see it is Dhyana Dhyatru Dheya Rupa. See, she is there constantly vigilant at the stage of Dhyana, at the stage of Dhyatru, at the stage of Dheya, the goal, meditation, and meditator. Like that, we see even Rudra also remains ultimately for what? Me Shivaha. So, yes, absolutely, we should be happier, removed of all obstacles and santosham. And Sadashivaha. So, Astu. So, Sadashiva is a wonderful tattvam of Rudra because of Lalita Parameswari in Saundar Lahari. Shankaracharya compliments Ammavaru by saying that Amma, Shiva became Sadashiva only because of you. So you are so much loving your husband, promoting your husband. Dakshinamurti Manognaya Namo Namaha. So it is hard to know the mind of the husband in true sense for a real wife. But that is not, because it's hard to come across husbands like Parvati Parameswara, husband couple like Parvati Parameswaras, and so on. Even Sita mistook Rama, even Rama also. But there was some kind of, because human means you can't always hold on to noble thoughts, and they'll be mood dropping. Whatever love you have got, it drops down. That is human. That's why they say air is human. But here, the Shiva is not dropping down anywhere. He remains Sada Shivaha. Constantly, he is peace provider. And so let Sada Shiva be Sada Shiva to us. And you observe the Omkara is being given because Om is indefinable. And Om is containing any and everything that is sacred, that is important, and which to understand which we have to do Vasana, what we call Omkara. Omkaram Pranavatmanam. So Kamadam Mokshadam Tasmai. So Omkaram Pranava Atmanam. The Atma of the Pranava is Omkara. And our Buddhapalli Raghavagaru has written beautiful article on Omkara and so how to pronounce it and how to begin and all that. And in fact, we had a workshop in Adhyayana Kendra by the director of the Spiritual Academy in JP Nagar, and that Guru he came and conducted for an hour or so on the Pranavopasana modes. And a few people attended. I don't know who is doing anything, but Omkaropasana is abstract, trying to make it concrete and trying to get the vibrations and ultimately see the Jyoti. Ardram Jyotihi Jwalati. And also that Sadashiva is also Jyoti Rupa. That's why we have got however many lingas are there in the world. But somehow we have 12 Jyotirlingas popular in our tradition. And ultimately there is also a point, I mean, it's rare ruling. There are so many lingas which are deserted, which are not worshipped at all. For example, if you visit Hampi, there are so many Shivalingas which are not attended, to which there is no Garbhagudi or anything like that. But even though there is a Garbhagudi for Shivalingas, and out of so many circumstances is not worshipped. That's why anybody who makes Abhisheka or worship small or big to the deserted Shivalinga, he will get Ananta Punyam. That kind of opportunity to all people it comes. But fortunately, I had that fortune to do Upasheka to a linga, to a temple, where nobody bothered about it in Dharwar, Dummad village. So like that, there was one Shivalinga near Sagar Lake. There was one Shivas Devasthana, all the villagers there told, sir, nobody did any Abhisheka for all these times. Somebody brought the water from Nirasagar lake, and then we did Abhisheka for a wonderful time. So like that, the Sadasivaha is one who is constantly peaceful, calm. That's why Mudra Rakshasa author Visakadatta cuts a joke upon Parvati. I mean, just to irritate Parvati or just draw attention of Parvati. Amma, your husband always remains closing his eyes. Nobody knows about which woman he is thinking about. Kam dhyayanti sadasivaha yoga dhyana mudram dadati. So that is the Nandi sloka. So that's a good joke. What he would be thinking when he has closed the eyes? But of course, he will be thinking about the protection of the world. Everything goes to his screen of mind. So Sadasivom. After all this kind of Sada, the Panchanga Japa, then we have come to the conclusion of the Mahanyasam program, where we have got to surrender with our limbs. Manasa, Murasa, Sirasa, Drishtya, Manasa, Vachasa, Tatha, Praptihi, Prakamya, Misatvam, Asitvam, Ashtabhutaya is one. Then Urasa, Sirasa, Drishtya, Manasa, Vachasa, Tatha, Padbhyam, Karabhyam, Karnabhyam, Pranamaha, Ashtanga Uchyate. So the Ashtanga Japa or Ashtanga Pranama is important. But women have been recommended of the Panchanga Namaskara. So there is that kind of difference being marked out by our rishis. The rishis are very intelligent and very much aware of the gender difference and also safety for all people, in respect, to all genders people. Because whoever is born upon the land, they are born with gender. They just perform the gender actions and then go on. So like that, here we have Ashtanga Pranama, Sashtanga Namaskar. That's why Sa Ashtanga and Sashtanga. If not, simply Ashtanga Pranama. That is, you have to simply surrender all your 8 important members of your body. And there, Urasa Namaha, Urase Namaha. These are the 2 variants which you find in the Mahanyasa text. So Urase Namaha is one meaning. Urasa Namaha is another meaning. But however it is, the crest is being mentioned here. We make namaskara to the crest portion. Sikha Buddhyota Dharinam. Sikha, we make namaskara, or with our crest, we surrender, touch the ground with that, and that namaskara we do it. So these are the 2 variants which we come across. And first 2 mantras are about Urasa Namaha or Sarase Namaha are drawn from the Hiranyagarbha Sukta of Rigveda. And where we always we see the question, Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema, because election of the God also important for us. That election of God, Ishtadevata, Dhyana or Ishtadevata pick is there in our Vedic tradition. But when you talk about Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and all that, there is nothing like Ishtadevata. And though that is, we have got polygamy, polytheism, theism, polytheism, monotheism, and dual. So like that we have the gods. But ultimately, we don't have the Ishtadevata, but it has come out, as you see, again from Yajurveda. As some guru was telling that Ishtadevata, Ishtakas are there. When building the Arunaketuka Agni altar, fire altar, that is in falcon shape, we have to build the falcon shaped Vedi, that itself is the one. Arunaketukamagnim Chinvanaha, Sokamagnim Chinute, Arunaketukamagnim Chinvanaha, Pratyakshena. Look at it. So there we come to Pratyakshena, and all the Ishtakas are being marked also And that is arrangement of that. And ಆಮೇಲೆ what we say, Suparnosi Garutman. So Suparna and Garutman, these are the two important things. Parna is the wings. Garutman is the power, the inner power that has been endowed to Garuda, that is able to remove the poison, however it is. So these two mantras we have covered already. Hiranyagarbhasamavartatagre bhutasya jatah patireka asitu sat sadadara prithivim dyamute mam kasmai devaya visha vidhema. So kasmai devaya visha vidhema, the question contains answer. That is our one of the ways how to provide answer for the question from the question itself. So, for example, supposing somebody asked a question, first a question is being asked, who is the station master? The station master of a small village station was not educated, SSLC failed in those days. And when he was asked the question, who is the station master? He said, I is the station master. Again, the fellow asked him, are you the station master? He replied, I are the station master. Then he understood that he is coming on the way. And he put a question, am I the station master? I am the station master. That is the correct sentence. So in that manner, here we have got some statements where you can get the answer in the question itself. So, Yapranato kasmai devaya visha vidhema means kaha is Prajapati. So Prajapataye devaya visha vidhema, that's meaning. That means Prajapati is not only the son of Vishnu, Narayana, because he is the originally Prajapati, because he created Prajapati and delegated the work of creation to him. Actually, as we are told, there are 12 Prajapatis in the department of creation, and they are main people. And of course, we have got so many people. But the Prajapati, Mrityu is also another department where whoever have been created, they have to be ended upon the earth whenever the time clicks on them. And so there must be one clerk or assistant. For that assistance, again, Mrityu Devata asked Prajapati to give one. Then a son was given to him because Kalaya Tubhyam Namaha, Kalaha Pachati Bhutani, Kaloyam Jagat Bhatshakaha, Tasmat Kalaya Namaha. So we have got a Kala Sukta in Atharveda. And elsewhere also I got that Kala is one who Kala Yavana Mita Pratijya. Even Aruna Prashna also refers to the Kala. And in Surya Upanishad also Kala Chakra Pranetaram Surya Narayanam Bhaje. Look at it. So he is a Kala Chakra Pravartaka. He is one who makes the wheel of time keep rotating on. Therefore, Tasmai Devaya Visha Vidhema Annangane, we understand Prajapatiki Narayanam Namaskaram. That's why Narayanam Namaskrutsya Naranchaiva Narottamam. And like that we begin Narayanam Namaskrutsya. So whenever we say Namaskara, our Namaskara you may make to Rudra, but it goes to Narayana. Sarvadeva Namaskara Keshavam Pratigacchati. So these are all the statements which tell you that choice is not to be fought out, is not to be fought over. Choice is only a convenience. Because people are Chitram. Sadhvada Brahmana tells you, Chitram vai prajaha, aho prajaha, atra prajaha, tatra prajaha, sarvatra prajaha. Ultimately, Chitram vai prajaha. The Sadhvada Brahmana gives a ruling. Prajaha Chitram. Chitram means simply astonishing and wonderful. No two people are together. No two people constantly remain friendly. No two people constantly meet. It is something like the clocks. If you have 4 clocks in our house, 4 clocks read difference in time. They don't show you punctual time. So no two clocks the same. And here, but Narayana is constant. Narayana Deva Bhavanti. I got Narayana Upanishad also from Atharveda, Atharva Sirish Narayana Upanishad, Surya Upanishad, Ganapati Upanishad, and ultimately we have got Devi Upanishad, Atharva Sirsha Devi Upanishad is there. So only we like that Atharva Sirsha Upanishads are 4 of them, but the other Upanishads are there and plenty of them. Anyway, so now we understand that Prajapati is Hiranyagarbha and he floated on the water at the first and he became the overlord of all the beings that are dropped down upon the earth. And not only beings, whatever has been created, he tried to maintain Sadadhara, Prithvi, Dhyam, the earth and heaven together held together. Most important. That's why Jauh Pita, Prithvi Mataha. So this is how the entire sustenance and creation maintenance has been done. Therefore, Dhyava, Prithvi, Imam, both are important. When we talk about Dhyava and Prithvi, naturally the atmosphere or Antariksha space is always covered it. And again see that Ekait Raja Jagataha Bahuva. There is only single Raja. Raja does not mean only king, it means bright star. Something like we always see Dhruva Nakshatram, Arundhati Nakshatram, because Dhruva is the brightest star in the firmament of the sky, as we understand. And Arundhati is Mahapativrata and unmatchable. So Arundhati Nakshatram is being shown, indicating in the marriage, indicating that the lady should be as good as the Arundhati in character and conduct and spiritual pursuits, etc. Like that. And again, Ekait Raja, where Jagataha Babhuva. So there is one, Jagataha means for the sake of the land and universe. Jagat means Ja is Janma, Ga is Maranam. So Janma and Marana both consequently or alternately happen. Those who are born should die. Those who die need be born again. That's exactly what our Aitareya Upanishad tells. Even when the person who departs from the body is on travel, not at all reaching the destination even, again there will be called back to be born upon the land. That's why Trutiyam Janma, beautiful. When we have been doing in our Kendra, all these important Upanishads, where we get the concept that what is the cycle of our life. Because it's a rotation, wheel. And that's why samsara, everybody wants to have samsara tarana. So we make a prayer to Durgamma, Sutara Sitara Se Namaha. Look at it. Sutara Sitara Se Namaha. She is basically whatever names be given to Ammavaru, Durga, she is a Tarasa. And being Tarasa, she is not simply reserved, but she is Sutarasi. She has always been sharing her time and interest and daya upon. That's why Vedanta Desika probably has written a wonderful kavyas, Daya Satakam, 100 stanzas of Daya, which is important. So here we have got that Pranataha Nimishataha Mahi. So Prana and Nimisha, Mahi is upon the earth. And not only he existed along with the people, God exists with people, for people, by people, and beyond people. I think that is God. So something like the democracy for people, like that. So Paramatma is not anyways separate from the beings. Antastishtatu amrutasya gopaha yatha lingamangani sambrujya athainam gandha pushpadupadipa naivedya tambulairabhyarcha ishanam avahya. Like that, we are going to see that type of a clue in the practical application of the Mahanyasam. before we start the Abhishekam to Paramatma. So there is a lot of preparation to be done before you embark into the portals of Rudra for the purpose of appeasing him. Apyayamanaha apyayamanas. In Agrikaryam, we ask Rudra, I mean Agni. Agni is Rudra only. Tvam Agne Rudro Asuro Maho. So like that we have already made a prayer. Tvam Agne, O Rudra, you are Agni. You are Asura. Asura means strongest. Nobody can defeat you. Mahaha, you are Mahas. Like that we have already complimented Shiva, Rudra. And so, Nimishato Mahitva Yehad Raja Jagato Babhuva and Asya Dvipadaha Chatushpadaha. Notice illi, here you observe, he has taken overlordship of all people upon the ground, upon the earth. But again, there should be some kind of specification. Our Rishis are very great. They want to specifically tell us, then go to universalization or rather generalization. ABC, Eka, Chame. First they begin with Eka, then other multiples. So like that, here we see Dvipada, Chatushpada. Two-legged animals and four-legged animals. And the entire world, cosmos, etc., covers the two-legged and four-legged animals or animal species. So sometimes God is at 8 legs, octoped. So padas are there, but it depends. And also God's creation is wonderful. We have creatures, crawling creatures who don't have feet at all. So feet is not important. There could be movement or people depending upon. But for all that, Parameshwara is the ruler. So Ishe, that's why we always say, conclude, to whom are we doing this Abhishekam, Puja and all that, Shanti, Pattabhisheka also. We are going to do Samrajya Pattabhisheka, Devasyatva Savitu. All these things we are doing because as much possible we have to make honor for the Paramatma. Therefore, here we have got Ishatvam and Praja Narayana. Ultimately, whatever is said in Swastino Mimita or Aish Sukta or elsewhere, we are all given the idea that Narayano Antimo Devaha. Look at it, Antima Devaha Kaha. So Antima Devaha, who is the ultimate God, Parabrahma, beyond whom there is nobody at all. That is what is say. They name him as Narayana. Even if you don't want to name that supreme power, you can call it as a Paramatma. So that's why in Upanishads, you get that kind of designation or naming. In Autareya Upanishad, that Autareya Maharshi says, in belonging to Rigveda, she says that, there was Atma, Paramatma was there. Whomever you want to name, you can call that Paramatma. And exactly the same is the model followed by our Potana, a Telugu poet, who translated or who represented the entire Bhagavatam in Telugu. Beautiful. Even today, Potana Bhagavatam is a classical work. Nobody can do like that. So Potana, he says that in the very beginning itself, he says, every chejanintu jagamevvani lopala nandu leenamai, etc. Yevvani yandu dindu parameshwarudu evvada nadi madhyamu. So like that, Yavvadu. Who is that? Who is that? He doesn't name. Ishwarune Saranambu Vedadan. Ishwara is only a commander-in-chief, a commissioner for supreme. So like that, Ishwara is there, Ishe, because there must be one monitor. Without a leader, there won't be any discipline at all. Arajakam, they call it. Raja idare, it is completely disciplined. If there is no Raja absent of him, there is so something like in some places, ex-chief will be fighting with or is being punished or anything like that by a current chief. That kind of problems could crop up. No ex, no current. It should be something beyond all these differences. So that's exactly what is the Vidya that has been taught by all Upanishads, whether you take to Isavasya Upanishad, which is our Yajurveda, with which you are concerned. Shukla Yajurveda gives Isavasya Upanishad, where ಯತ್ಕಿಂಚಿತ್ ಜಗತ್ಯಾಂ ಜಗತ್ತು ತೇನ ಚೆತ್ತೇನ ಭುಂಜೀತಾಯ ನಿಮ್ದೇನು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. Nothing belongs to you. You only claim temporarily, but nothing belongs to you. You cannot take anything. Therefore, chektena bhunjita, enjoy, but not attach. So attachment, it makes you miserable. Detachment makes you happier. So these are the two mantras which I'm just trying to explain, because I already, revise. I already explained these two mantras in the previous classes or sessions. Now I have to go with the Chaptara Raghav Garu, Brahma Jajnanam. Please repeat.
Brahma Jajnanam.
Purastad Visimataha Surucho Venavaha.
Sabudhniya Upama Asya Vishta Satascha Yonimasatascha Vivaha.
Drishtya Namaha. Next one చెప్పండి. Mahidyo.
Next one.
Sashtanga Namaskara. I hope you have got a text before you.
Oh, sir.
Mahidyo Pruthivi cha na imam yagnam mimikshatam piprutam. Mahidyoho యజ్ఞం నిమిక్షతాం. చదవండి. పిపృతాం.
రెండోది కదా. సాష్టాంగ నమస్కారం. హిరణ్య గర్భ.
థర్డ్ వన్ మహీద్యౌహు.
ఓ మహీద్యౌ.
4.
బ్రహ్మజ్ఞానం.
చదవండి. బ్రహ్మజ్ఞానం.
మహీద్యౌ పృథివీ చ న ఇమం యజ్ఞం మిమిక్షతాం పిపృతాం నో భరీమభిః.
మనసే నమః. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ కూడా చదవండి. ఉపస్వాసయ
నమః.
నెక్స్ట్ వన్
మనసా నమః. ఉపశ్వాసయ పృథివీ ముతద్యాం పురుత్రా తే మనుతాం విష్టితం జగత్ సదుందుభే సజూరింద్రేణ శత్రున్. ఉమామహేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. వచసా నమః. అగ్నేర్య సుపథారాయే అస్మాన్ విశ్వాని దేవ వయునాని విద్వాన్ యుయోధ్యస్మజ్జుహురాణమే నో భూయిష్టాన్ తే నమ భుక్తిం విధేమ. ఉమామహేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. పద్భ్యాం నమః. యాతే అగ్నే రుద్రియా తనూస్తయా నః పాహి తస్యాస్తే స్వాహా. యాతే అగ్నేయాశయా రజాశయా హరాశయా తనూర్వర్షిష్టా గహ్వరేష్టోగ్రం వచో అపావధీం త్వేషం వచో అపావధీగ్ స్వాహా. ఉమామహేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. कराभ्यां नमः. इमं यमप्रस्तरमाहि सीदाङ्गिरोभिः पितृभिः संविदानः. आत्वा मन्त्राः कविशस्तावहन्त्वेना राजन् हविषामादयस्व. उमामहेश्वराभ्यां नमः. कराभ्यां नमः. पुरसा शिरसा दृष्ट्या मनसा वचसा तथा पद्भ्यां कराभ्यां कर्णाभ्यां ప్రణామోష్టాంగ ఉచ్యతే.
ఎస్, వెరీ నైస్, థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే చూసారా, ఋషుల గురించి మనం మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాం కదా.
అవును సార్.
Next month also we have got a talk on Rishis by Aswath from on 22nd October. He's just, I have requested him to talk about the Rishis, because we are just going to have more knowledge about Rishis on our annual day, as we know, as you know, and as you have done it. So ikkada entante angirobihi imam asida యమప్రస్తరం ఆసీద. చూసారా, మనము యమప్రస్తరానికి వెళ్ళాలి అన్నా కూడా ఋషులే సహాయం చేయాలి. ఇట్స్ ఎ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఐడియా, ఇస్ ఇట్ నాట్? ఋషుల సహాయం లేకుండా విల్ నెవర్ బి ఏబుల్ టు డూ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇన్ ది వరల్డ్. ఋషి అంటే గురువు. నమ ఋషిభ్యః మంత్రకృభ్యః మంత్రపతిభ్యః, లైక్ దాట్. నమో ఋషిభ్యః. సో ఈ ఋషుల యొక్క పని లేకుండా, సహాయం లేకుండా వీ కెనాట్ డూ ఎనీథింగ్. మనం బతకాలన్నా ఋషులు కావాలి, పుట్టాలన్నా ఋషులు కావాలి, ఇక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోవాలన్నా ఋషులు మనల్ని పంపించాలి. దట్స్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ యూ సీ ఇన్ విశ్వామిత్ర కేస్. అండ్ ద త్రిశంకు మహారాజా చక్రవర్తి, హీ వాజ్ ఏబుల్ టు, అందరూ మన యమప్రస్తరానికి పంపిస్తారు, కానీ విశ్వామిత్ర మహర్షి స్వర్గానికి పంపించారు. దట్ ఈస్ ఆపోజిట్ ఆఫ్ విశ్వామిత్ర మహర్షిస్ అచీవ్మెంట్. అండ్ ఆ స్వర్గంలో ప్లేస్ లేకపోతే, వెన్ హీ వాజ్ పుష్డ్ డౌన్ బై ఇంద్ర, he doesn't want to failure విశ్వామిత్ర మహర్షి. హీఈస్ క్రియేటెడ్ అనదర్ స్వర్గం అంతరిక్షంలో. అందుకే కాళిదాసు అంటాడు, త్రిశంకోరివ అంతరాళే తిష్ఠ. సో యు లైక్ త్రిశంకు, never you come back to earth, nor you could go to heaven, you remain in the space only. So Trishanku is a spacecraft. He has created another anyam indram karishyami, anyam deva nakshatran anyam karishyami. That's why Vishwamitra Maharshi is a creator par excellence. And therefore now we come to Mahi Dyauhu Pruthivi Yam Yagnam Mimikshatam. So మనం యజ్ఞం చేస్తూ ఉంటే we are not doing anything at all. It is the coordination, cooperation and blessing of the earth, Jauhu, Mahi, earth, Jauhu and Prithvi. These are the three lokas which are importantly blessing Mimikshatam imam yagnam. Whatever yagna, ritual or activity, spiritual, that we take up, there should be the anugraha of all these people. And ultimately, as we are living on this land, what is that we wanted? Bharimabhihi naha piprutam. చూసారండి ఎంత అర్థం ఉందో వీళ్ళలో. మనము అలా పురోహితులు వస్తారు, అలా చెప్పుకుంటారు, ఎవరు చెప్పినా చెప్పుకొని వెళ్ళిపోతారు. బట్ వాట్ ఆర్ యూ ప్రేయింగ్? డూ యూ నో? క్వశ్చన్ వస్తే, ఇఫ్ యూ పుట్ ఎ క్వశ్చన్, ఏం సార్ మీరు ఏమని అడిగారు మా కోసం, మీరు వచ్చారు పూజ చేయించారు, మీరు అలా అడిగితే మళ్ళీ నేను రానండి అంటారు. ఐ హ్యావ్ సీన్ సమ్ ప్రీస్ హూ ఆర్, వెన్ ఐ ఆస్క్ సమ్ క్వశ్చన్, సార్ వుడ్ యూ కైండ్లీ, మీరు ఇలా అడుగుతాను మొదలెడితే మీ ఇంటికి రానండి అన్నారు, ఫినిష్డ్. సో కాకుండా we have got that bharimabhihi piprutam, fill. Piprutam means to fill up. Bharimabhihi means all kinds of prosperous things that we want for our running our life. All that, because యజ్ఞం చేసిన తర్వాత ఫలం ఉందే ఉంటుంది. No prayer goes unanswered. That's what people say. If you do any puja or any prarthana, any sloka, it will keep vibrations and also the results. Therefore, ఒకసారి ఏంటంటే, just to mention, when I went to Sukanadi, my guru, where Shastri, Gunjur Narayan Shastri in Chamarajpeta, when I was college boy, I was given the Narasimha Mantram, Sudarshana Purvaka Narasimha Mantra Upadesham. He had done, my guru Medavaram Subramanya Shastri, and I've been doing in my own way and all that. When he took up the Nadi, Sukha Nadi, and started reading, then there was the mention of my being initiated into that mantram and my being doing that, and what are the effects out of it also. I stunned looking at the Sukha Maharshi's reading regarding my Upadesha with him long years back, and the phalam that I have been, in a way, getting. ఆ తరహంలో ఋషులు ఎప్పుడూ మనల్ని ట్రేస్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు. Rishis are always constantly vigilant about our actions అని అర్థమవుతుంది. So we ask them, my bharimabhi vitramno. And moreover, we also want the prosperity of the earth on which we are living. That's why we have got to make the Prithvi cleaner, free from unwanted bacteria occupying it. So when we want to do puja, the puja sthalam, the area has to be cleaned and all that. And so we say uttishtantu bhuta preta pisacha uragaha, etc. Undu. Secondly, also we say apasarpanta ye bhutaha bhumibharakte bhumibharakaha. All those bhumibharakas, all that bacteria preoccupying visible and invisible, they should always be disappearing. They should not stay. When gods come, no dirty. Alakshmim nasayamyaham. You make a promise to Lakshmi Devi that I am going to clean up, spick and span I keep when Lakshmi were to come there, when wealth to come. Alakshmim nasayamyaham. Immediately you say, Upaitu mam devasakaha kirtischa maninasaha. Devasakaha is Agni. Kadandi? ఈ అగ్నిదేవుడు మళ్ళా రావాలి. ఎందుకంటే అగ్ని ఈజ్ ద వన్ హూ విల్ బి ఎ గుడ్ ఏజెంట్ బిట్వీన్ మ్యాన్ అండ్ ఇమ్మార్టల్. దట్ ఈజ్ లక్ష్మీదేవికి, అంత స్త్రీ దేవతలకి క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఎవరు అంటే అగ్నిదేవుడు, జాత వేద అని. ఆ అమ్మవారి ఆ అగ్ని వెళ్ళంగానే అందరు అమ్మవార్లు పలుకుతారు ఆయన. అమ్మా, మా భక్తుడు ఉన్నాడు, నీ భక్తుడు నా భక్తుడు ఉన్నాడు, వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి పోదాంగా. అందుకోసం వి మేక్ ఎ ప్రేయర్. Anapagaminim Sriyam. Agni, you please bring that Agni, that Ammavaru, who doesn't say, I want to go by Anapagamini. So like that, here we have also got a prayer to do Prithvi Devata. Upasvasaya Prithvi. Not only that, Dhyam, Purutrate Manutam, Vishtitam Jagatu. So, and again, that is one. And how to protect it? Now it's a prayer for Dundubhi, the war implement, the trumpet. So Dundubhi Shatrun Davase Avasedha Shatrun. So Shatrun Avasedha Dundubhe. So Dundubhi, the trumpet. That's why we have to make prayer to Sankha Puja is important. Sankham natva Sankhodakam kalase nikshipya tenodakena yagamantapa pujopakaranaani samprokshya devamatmanam. So like that Sankha Puja. Then we also make the Damaru Puja and Trisula Puja and all these weapons. So on Devi Navaratri's time, immediately after Durgashtami, we do Maharnavami, where we have prayer, puja done for the Ayudhas. So Ayudha Puja, even microwave is also Ayudha in our kitchen. We have to put a flower and akshatas to make namaskar for the microwave in the modern times. Like that, Apasedha Shatrun Dunduhe, the Nada, Dundubi Nada is powerful. That's why Purandradas says, ಹೊಡಿ ನಗಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಯ್ಯ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಆ ನಗಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಯ್ಯ ಹೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸರ್, I think I stop here. Om Swasti Sahana Vavatu. చెప్పండి.
Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviriam Karavavahai Tejasvinavati Tamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి.
హరి
ఆభిర్గేర్భిర్యదతో న ఊనమాప్యాయయ హరివో వర్ధమానః. యదా స్తోతృభ్యో మహి గోత్రారుజాసి భూయిష్టభాజో అథ తే శ్యామ. బ్రహ్మ ప్రావాదిష్మ తన్నో మాహాసీత్. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. సర్వం
హరి ఓం. సర్వం
అర్పణమస్తు.
శ్రీకృష్ణార్పణమస్తు. సర్వం శ్రీ
ఉమ్,
వేద పురుష ఆశీర్వాదోస్తు.
ఆశీర్వాదం.
మీలాగనే మీ తమ్ముడు కూడా